Hello everyone, I am Ankit Agrawal. So in this session of ICSI for the course Business Analytics and Data Visualization, today we will discuss chapter number 9th, which is project work, creating a business dashboard. So in this chapter 9th, creating a business dashboard, uh, we will understand the purpose of business dashboards. Then we will see identify key performance indicators, then develop teamwork and collaboration skills, and we will learn how dashboard design and visualization techniques can work and present insight for decision making. Now first is, what is a business dashboard? So business dashboard is overall representation of all the business related activities. Business related activities just like sales, total sales, and customer IDs, and this may be cost per unit, this may be total number of units sold, this may be market size, this may be rating, this may be multiple things including address and all, right? So in this business dashboard, this is a visual tool for monitoring business performance. Monitoring a business performance. This means this is a dynamic tool. Displays key performance indicators, charts, and trends. So we will display all these KPIs by using charts, and we can analyze the trend. Trend means increasing pattern or decreasing pattern. Now the third, support data driven decision making, and on the basis of this dynamic dashboard and data, we can take better decisions, and used in sales, finance, HR, marketing, and operations. So as there are multiple activities in business like sales, finance, and so many activities, so we can uh, analyze the sales using dashboards. We can analyze the financial situation using dashboard. We can analyze anything using dashboard. Now importance of dashboard. So first is provides real-time business insight. Real-time business insight means if the data is continuously changing, they can see the impact directly. Continuously you can monitor the data. Improves communication and reporting, as this is the dynamic representation, so you can take quick decision, you can report these things uh, in a quick manner. Now the next is help identify trend and problem quickly, and you can find increasing pattern just like share market continuously increasing or decreasing. You can identify easily, and you can find problems associated with that. And the next is support strategic and operational decision. Basically, strategic decisions are associated with long-term decisions, and operational decisions are short-term decisions, means daily decisions. You can use these dashboard in daily decision and long-term decisions also. So types of business dashboard. So there are four categories for business dashboard. First is strategic dashboard, as I said earlier. This is for long-term planning. And second is this operational. So this operational dashboard is for day-to-day working, daily monitoring. Now the next is analytical dashboard. Analytical dashboard is for all the department of management. This may be in HR, this may be in finance, this may be supply chain management, and others. Now the tactical dashboard. The tactical dashboard is related to department. Department means all, just like HR, marketing, sales, finance, all these department wise, this is considered as tactical dashboard. Now key components of dashboard. First is KPIs, key performance indicators and metrics. So key performance indicators just like total sales, this may be total sales, this may be cost per unit, this may be total profit, or profit per unit maybe, this may be rating, this may be so many things associated in data, right? And you can prepare table. These are the matrices, and we will represent all these key performance indicators in dashboard using different types of charts and graphs. And filter and slicers. Filters means we can select as data as per your choice. You can filter the data, and slicers means combining the data. Now the next, table and summaries. You can prepare final table and you can prepare summaries and interactive elements. You can connect the element and you can see interactive dashboards. Now example of KPIs. So KPIs example already I have given, just like sales revenue, profit margin, customer satisfaction on Likert scale, employee productivity, how many hours a employee can work, inventory turnover means how much quantity of the product is in work in progress, is in raw material, or is as finished goods. Now the tools for dashboard development. So there are multiple tools for dashboard development, just like Microsoft Excel, Power BI, Tableau, Google Data Studio, and Python or R. So in this session, we will focus on dashboard using Microsoft Excel. Now the steps in dashboard creation. So in steps of dashboard creation, first we will see the project. So define project objective. Project objective means this is directly associated with KPIs. So if your data is associated with sales, so you can analyze the sales, you can do the sales analysis. So the project may be associated with sales, this may be associated with finance, maybe HR, maybe marketing, or something else. So first you will collect the data. You can collect the data using different methodologies, just like primary data collection, secondary data collection. If you want to collect fresh data, so you need to go for primary data collection. If you want to analyze already published data, so you can go for secondary data. Now you will clean this data. Some things may be missing, some things may be wrong, so you can remove it. And the second is selection of KPIs, on which factor you need to work, and design visual layout. Then you need to decide your layout of dashboard, then you will prepare dashboard and then analyze and presenting the findings. So in this lecture we will focus basically on these four things. So first, suppose problem is associated with sales analysis and you can take decision on the basis of these visuals. So first in this lecture we will focus on cleaning of the data, and we will see this cleaning of the data in multiple steps. So we had this one unclean data. In this unclean data, the first column is ID, customer ID. So now there is one large problem is the digits of this customer ID are very large. This is 1.51249E. So this is not exactly visible. When we will click on this number, so you can see this digit, this ID is like this. So we would like to see this complete ID like this in this table. This is the first problem. And second problem, there are some missing rows, blank rows are there, multiple blank rows, and multiple blank values in the columns, and some values are not visible, just like this column and this column, values are not visible, values are in hash form. So this kind of multiple issues in this table are there. So first we will prepare a clean table. So first we will see how we can see complete data. Complete data, just like in this block you can see two hashes. In this blank block you will see multiple hashes. So how we can see the exact data in these columns? So for this, first you will click anywhere in the sheet and press Control plus A. So Control plus A, then you can select whole data, and after selecting this whole data you need to click on any column, then you will see this symbol. This symbol is considered as column separator. So click on this column separator 2 times, then you will see all the hashes are dissolved. Now you can see exact value. In order date, you can see all the dates, right? So this is the first step of data cleaning. Now in second step of data cleaning, we will we want to see all these numbers exactly, just like this is plus 11. So this plus 11 means there are total 11 digit. So this can be written as 1.5, and in last you can see plus 11. This means total number of digit before decimals are 11, just like this. So now you want to see all these IDs in complete form. So what you will do for this, you will select this column, you will click on this column, then right click, and after right click you will see this option as format cells. So you will click on this format, and in format you will see this option number. Now you will click on this number, and in number you will see this decimal places. So you need to remove this decimal places or convert into it as 0. So this reduces to 0. Now you will click on this OK, then you will see all the values are in complete form in 11 digits. So now this is complete ID. Now the next step of data cleaning is to delete missing rows. So just like this 11th row is missing, 12th row is missing, and so many rows are missing. So one option is this, uh, you will select this first row, this 11th row, then 12th row, then select, then click on delete. This is the first methodology, but it will take so much time. So in that situation, what you will do? So in that situation, first you will put filter. I have taken already this filter. So first I am removing this filter. Then I will show you what we can do is, okay, so click on this column, then go to data tab, and then click on filter. Then you will see filter on all the columns. Now the next you will see, you will do, click on this filter tab, and in filter tab click on this select all, and then in last you will see this option of blank. After clicking on this blank and OK, you will see all the blank cells. So now you have these blank cells 11, 12, 18, 19 up to 26. Now you will select all these cells by pressing shift and downside key, down arrow key. All the cells are selected, all the rows are selected. Now you need to click right, and then you will see this option delete. So click on this option delete, then all the blank rows are removed. Now again you need to click on this filter, and after clicking on this filter you will select all. So we will select all. Now the all rows are selected, and then click on OK. So you will see all the blank rows are removed. Now the next step, we want to separate this order date column into date, month, and year. So what we can do with this, we will include two more columns. Insert column, two more columns are inserted. Now you will select the range, data range. So in selecting data range, we will click on this block and press Ctrl Shift and downside arrow. So you can click whole column. Now you need to click on data, and in data you will go to text to columns. So we will click on text to column, and after clicking in this text to column you will see this delimited option. So in this delimited option you will click on this delimited, then you will do next, and after clicking this next, your data is separated by this dash or minus. So in this block there is no space for minus or dash. This is semicolon, this is comma, space. So we will click on others and then put minus, as this data is separated by minus. Now you can see this data is separated in terms of 3 columns. Then you will put finish. So there is some problem in Excel sheet. Just a minute. Actually, this order date is in format of date. So we can't split this block. So we are splitting this column, order column, as some quantities are separated by dot and com, target.com. So we want to create another column for com. So we will create another column and put insert, and after this we will select whole data, control shift and downside arrow. So there is blank, that's why we need to click one again and again. Now this whole data is selected. Now click on this data, and after this text to columns, and after this text to column this is delimited, then put on next, and after this we will see this target.com. This data is separated by dot. So for others we will put dot, and then we will put finish. So this data is separated. This first column is for target and second is for com. So you can create this separated column. You can separate the values. In this case of order date, we couldn't change this column because this data is in format of date. So we can split the format of date. If the data is only in text form, we can separate it. Now we will remove. Now we will consider the missing values, not remove. So in this column O, days to deliver, some values are missing. Just like this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. So for these missing value, we need to put either any number, sometimes maybe absent AB, sometimes you need to put NA, or sometimes 999. So whatever you want to put here. So first what you need to do, you need to select this range. Select this range means click in this column, first one, and then control shift and down. So multiple times you have to do this. So control shift down, and after this you need to press function key F5. So we will put function key F5. Now in this spatial option, after pressing this F5, this spatial option we will click, and in this spatial option we will see the option blank. So click on this option blank and then OK, and the after doing this all the columns blank cells are selected. Now without clicking anywhere, you need to type NA in this first block without clicking anywhere. So directly you can type this as NA, right? And now after this you need to press control and enter, control and enter. So now you will see NA in all the blank columns. Now the next, you will see in this column of county some uh, columns with uppercase, some are with lowercase, and some are improper. Means some are mixed with lowercase or uppercase, just like this first block. So in this case, what you will do, you will create an additional column. So we have created an additional column. Now in this column, you need to put equal and then command proper, PROPER, proper. Now you will see this option proper, clicking on this, and then you need to choose this cell. So after choosing this cell, put the bracket on that, bracket close, and then enter. Now you will see all the values are in proper format, right? So all are in lowercase. So if you want to convert all in uppercase, so again you can change this option, you can change this option proper by upper. So we can type UPPER, upper. So you can convert all the data in uppercase. Now you can convert whole data in uppercase, right? And in that way you can convert this whole data in lowercase also. So simply you need to put lower. So you can convert this whole data in lowercase. So now if you need data in proper, so we are typing PROPER, proper, and then enter. Now all the data converting to proper format. Proper format means first alphabet is capital and second word, first alphabet is small. So now you can copy this column and you can paste this column at same place. Paste special with values only. So select this, if we copy this column and paste it here, so this is not possible, because if we copy this column, Control C, and we will paste here, yes, we can do it, right? So simply we can paste it, but if we remove this column, so you are getting all values in the format. Now the next, filling this blank cells just like this. So if this is app and you need to fill app for this place, so simply you need to type, but we have another shortcut. So for this, what you will do, you will select this whole range of column, Control Shift and enter, right? And after that you will press function key F5. So function key F5, then again same task, put a special and then blank and then OK. And these blank cells are selected. Now in this blank cell, without clicking here, you need to put equal symbol and then select previous cell. Previous cell is selected and then press control and enter. So control and enter. So you will see in all the blank space, you can fill all the values which is above this blank cell, right? Now the next step in data cleaning, you will see in this column of county, values are unaligned. Some are in starting, some are in mid, some may be in last. So how you will align all these values? So to align all these values, you need to create additional column, insert column, and then you need to put equal and then apply formula trim. So we need to type TRIM, trim. So you will see this option trim and then click on this cell and then bracket close and then enter. Just a minute. So in this case, no need to add this column. So we are deleting this column. We have another option. So we will select this column and go to home, and in home we will go to alignment. Alignment left, alignment right, or alignment mid, as you want. So we are putting this alignment left for this column. So now all the values, all the terms in left alignment. Now we will see this second column. In this second column, some values are missing. So we need to put NA. So first we will select the range, Control, Shift and End. And then you need to press function F5. So after putting this function F5, we will click on spatial and then click on blank and then OK. Then in this first blank, without clicking, we will type NA. So NA. Now we will press Control and Enter. Then you will see in all you will get this NA. Now in some blocks you are getting this error, value error. So if we put formula on this also, then there is error. Actually the reason of error is what? This amount column is the product of this quantity and unit price. But in this case there is no quantity, there is general NA. So the product of this alphabetical term and numerical term is considered as error. So value error, how you will remove this value error? So to remove this value error, as this is the product, this column is product, so we will put formula. Formula first we will put equal, then we will type if error. This first is if error, click on this, then you need to select these two cells and then multiply between these two, first cell and second cell, and after putting multiply you need to put comma and then you need to put double inverted comma 2 times and then bracket close and then you need to press enter. Now you will see this value. Now you need to drag this whole formula for whole column. So to drag this formula, simply click on this dark plus symbol 2 times, double click. So simply after clicking 2 times, you will see these cells are now blank, right? So now we can remove this error also. And again, you need to put 0 in this blank cells. Then what you would do? You will select this whole column as range and then press function F5 and then click on spatial, then put blank and then OK. Okay, so no word cell found. Okay, so only few cells are there. So we can put directly 0 or we have already put it formula here, right? So simply you can put 0 for this, 0 for this, and there are very less numbers, so you can put 0. Or there is one more option. You can select blank cell, put the zeros. So just like this, just a minute. This is the blank cell. So we will click on this column, then select all, then blank. We will choose blank and then OK. Now you will see all blank cells are there. Now you will put 0 here and then drag this 0 for these 3 columns, 3 blocks. So 0 0, again you will go to filter and choose select all, then OK. Then you will see in all the these cells you will get value 0. Now we have to remove duplicate value from this data. So to remove this duplicate value of the data, we will select whole data by pressing Ctrl A. And after that in data option, you will see this option. Okay, so we have selected this whole data. That's why this remove option is not active. So what we will do, we will click inside the data and then Ctrl A, whole data is selected. Now click on this data, then you will see this option, remove duplicate. Now click on this remove duplicate option. Now these are all KPIs: ID, product, quantity, unit price. So from which column you need to remove duplicate data, you need to put click. So we need to put, we are putting click on all because we need to duplicate all these things. So now we will click on that. Now you will get this message: two duplicate values found and removed, 2384 unique values remain. Note that count may include empty cells, spaces, etc. So now we have removed all the duplicate rows or data. And this is overall data cleaning. Now we will have another data set to learn the concept of this KPI. What is KPI? Data visual output and building dashboards. So we have this another data. So first we will understand this data. So in this data set, we have prox 8000 rows. So data of 8000 customers, we can say. So in this first column, we have order date, and in second column, this is customer name, this is state, this data is from US, and this is the category, and this is the subcategory, and this is the product name, and this is sales, quantity, profit, month, and year. So we have all these columns. So now what are the KPIs? KPIs are these sales. These are the key performance indicators. Sales is increasing or decreasing, and quantity also key performance indicators, profit, and all these are key performance indicators on which we need to work, right? So this is the data for which we need to create dashboard. So to create a dashboard, first we will focus on pivot table. So first we will prepare pivot table, but before preparing pivot table, uh, you need to prepare this data. Need to prepare this data. Uh, so first we will focus on data preparation. So we will click on this first row in heading row, and then we will click on data, then put the filter first. So you will see in all these columns you will get filter. So now the next step, we will freeze this first row, because first row is for all the headings or KPI indicators headings. So we will freeze this cell. So we will go to view tab, this view option, and in this view option you will see this option freeze pans. So in this freeze pans you will click on this freeze top row. So after clicking on this, top row is freeze now. So if you move the cursor on this sheet, so always you will see the first row is fixed. There is no movement in first row, and in other movement all the rows are moving. Now the next, for more visibility of this data, we will put some color in table. So we will go to home, and we will go in insert option, and then we will go to table, click on table, and then we need to click on this, and we will get color from the table. Now you can choose any color from the table, for the table green or whichever you want, right? So this is the first, we have considered this green color for the table. Now data is ready for creating dashboard, or we can say pivot table. So now the main focus is first focus is on creating pivot table. So pivot table is just for summarizing the data. So first task always we will summarize the data, then we will create dashboard. So we can write this first sheet as data, main data, and we can create two more sheets. This second sheet is considered as pivot. We will rename this sheet. We will not put here. So we will rename this sheet as pivot, and one more sheet for dashboard. So we will rename this sheet third as dashboard. Now 3 sheets are ready. Now again we will go back to data. Now we will click in any column, any block, and then we will go to data view. In insert, not in data view, we will go to insert, and we are creating pivot table. So we will click on this pivot table, and then you will click on this existing worksheet, and then you need to choose location. So to choose the location for pivot table, you will click on this sheet pivot and then click in any block and then click OK. Then your pivot table is now ready. So now we are working for pivot sheet. This is the pivot sheet, not pivot table. So first we will prepare pivot table before creating dashboard. So now we will create pivot table. So first we will focus on sum of sales. So for this block we will choose sales, and directly you will see this sales in values column, values block, and this is the summation symbol. So you will get sum of sales. So directly we are getting sum of sales. Now suppose we need to find sum of profit. So simply we will copy this block and we will paste here. Just a minute. So we will copy this complete and we will paste here, and now you will create this for sum of profit. So we will remove, click from this sales, we will click on profit. Now this is sum of profit you have, right? Now we can write here total sales, and we can write here total profit. And now the next thing, we will prepare profit by the year, profit year wise, or profit by year. So for this profit by year, simply we will click on this sum of profit, then Control C, then Control B, we will paste here, and then for now we want to see the profit as per the year. So we will go in this pivot table block. Now we will remove this tick mark from profit. Now we will choose year, and year not in this value, so we will put in this row wise. So row wise you will see these number of years, and for number of years you need to put total profit, sum of profit, or maybe sum of sales. So but we have written profit by year, or we may write sales by year. So this is profit by year, so you will put total profit. So you will choose total profit, so directly you will see this profit this side, right? So this is the profit by year. Now we will create one more table, pivot table for sales by subcategory. So we are preparing another pivot table, sales by subcategory of product, subcategory. So to create it, simply we will copy this table, pivot table, and paste it here, and then we will select not year, we will select product. So again we will go in this block, then we will remove tick mark from this profit and this year. So for this we will choose product name. So these are the product name, but we will take subcategories. So we will choose subcategories. So these are subcategories of the product, and you need to put sales. So we will put sales in this second value side, and now you need to arrange this sales in increasing order or in decreasing order. So you will click on this first block and then click on right, and then you will go to sort. So if you are arranging as smallest to largest, so click on this first, or if you are arranging largest to smallest, then click on this second one. So we are arranging largest to smallest, so we are clicking on that. So this data already arranged in largest to smallest form. Now we need category sales but not sum. So in this case what we will do, we will type category sales here and click in this block and put equal symbol, then click in this block, right, and then click enter. So you will get phone. Now for this cell what you will do, you will click here and then again you will copy this block and then enter, and then you will drag it, and this is also drag it, so simply you will get sales. Now we need uh, count number of customer per year. So count customer per year, count number of customer year wise or per year. So count this one, we will go to data tab and then we will copy the customer name column and paste it to pivot table, and we will copy this year also because we need year wise. So we will copy this and paste into pivot, and now we will select this whole data, Control Shift N. Now we will go to data view and click on this duplicate. Now after clicking this duplicate we will confirm OK, and this is duplicate created. And now we will go to insert tab and we will create a separate pivot table for this two things. First is customer number of customer name and year. So click on this pivot table and existing location. Now we will choose this location, right, and then click on OK. Now we have separated pivot table for the customer name and year. Now we need number of customer year wise. So in first column we will consider year. So this is the year in row wise, and number of customers we will choose, number of customer we will choose in this side. Just a minute. So we don't need this sum of customer, so we will not take sum of year, so we will remove it, and we will put customer name in this category. Now you will get number of customers year wise. Now we will prepare next table. Now we will create sales by states. So sales by states. So now in this duplicate pivot table we have not considered states, but previous table we have taken whole the data. So we will click, we will copy this table and we will paste here. Now we need sales by state. So in this first column we have taken products subcategories, so we will remove this subcategory, and for this we will take state. So state is chosen and we need to find sum of sales. So in this second category we will take sales, right? So this sales is as per states. Now we need simple data without summation of this. So we will write state, and in second we will write sales, and then simply we will click equal, and then we will choose this block, and then again we will put equal and we will choose this block and then enter. So simply we will click on this and drag to get whole data, and for this column also for sales. So this is state wise sales and this is the summation sum of sales state wise. Now you have to find top 10 customers profit. So we will type top 10 customers profit. So we need to choose whole data, so we will select this pivot table and copy and then paste it here. Now in first column we will choose not a state, we will choose a customer name. So we are removing tick mark from state and choosing this customer name. And in second side you need to choose profit, so we are removing this tick mark from profit and choosing in sum of values. So this is overall customer profits, and now we need to choose top 10. So we will click on this filter button and then value filter, and in this value filter we will click on top 10. Now if you need suppose only top 5 customers, so you will replace this value 10 by 5. Now click on OK. So you will see these top 10 customers profit. Now you need to arrange, suppose you need to arrange this data in ascending or descending order. So you will click on this first profit value, right click on this and sort, and then if you need smallest to largest, so click on smallest to largest, otherwise largest to smallest. So suppose I need largest to smallest, so we will click on this largest to smallest, then you will get profit of customers in decreasing order. Now we will prepare pivot table for month-wise sales. So this is month, so we will copy this previous pivot table and paste it here. And now for this first row labels we will select month, so we will select month, and for this second column we need to choose sales, and we have prepared this table. Now we need to put symbol of rupee or dollar, so we will select this column and then we will go home, and in home this option we will select, and in this option currency option we will choose rupee, and then we will decrease the decimals, so number of decimals decreased by this symbol, this option, so number of decimals are decreased. So for all the profit and sales we will do the same task, select the rupees and decrease the number of decimals, and this is also sales, so we will choose whole column and go to rupees and decrease number of decimals, and this is also sales, so we will apply this same thing for all the columns associated with rupee. Now this next customer name, no need to do this, no need for this. Now this is the sales column, so we will do the same thing for rupee, and this is removal of decimals, and we will apply for this subcategory also, rupees and decrement in decimals, and in this also profit. And now for these values, rupee and decimals removal, and for this sum of profit also we will put rupee and sum of removal of decimals. So now we will go to view tab. In view tab we will remove grid lines, click on this grid lines. So all the grid lines are removed. Now we will give this pivot table, pivot sheet a professional look. So we will select whole sheet by using Ctrl A, and we will align all these columns by clicking double click on this column separator, Now all the columns are aligned, and we can highlight these headings also. Now this is the professional look of our pivot tables. Now we will move towards dashboard preparation. To create dashboard, we will move towards dashboard sheet. Now in this dashboard sheet, first we will go to this data tab, and we will remove view tab, and we will remove all the grid lines, and then we will select insert, and in insert we will go to illustration, and in illustration we will have shapes. So in this shape we will select this rectangular shape first. So as you need your area, so you can increase or decrease this size of rectangle. So I have taken this size, so as per your choice you can increase or decrease, or by using this in this block you can decrease or increase the size of this required rectangular space, right? So this size is increased or decreased, and generally we will take the background color as light color. So I have chosen this light color, you can choose any color. So we are choosing this green color, light. Now we will create more boxes. So insert and go to illustration, and after that we will choose this curved rectangle, generally curved rectangle, and as per your choice we will draw these curved rectangles. Now we can give shadow effect, so we will go to shape effect there, and we can choose shadow, and in shadow option multiple choice are there, you can choose any one. So we can choose this one because this looks good. So we can change the color now. So we are taking this little bit dark, and we can copy these blocks and paste it, and you can also increase or decrease the size of these blocks by using these options. So we can drag it, again copy and paste for this. Now we can draw more boxes as per requirement. So we will copy this box and paste it here, and now we will fill the color with gradient. So in gradient option we have multiple options, but we will click on this more gradient and gradient fill, and then we can change the effect in this gradient fill. This may be little bit dark or light, and then in line we will click on no line, so you will not get a border, but this color seems very light, so you can change the background color also. So we are changing this background color, so this background color may be blue, maybe any color as per your choice, you can choose. Okay, so we have chosen this pink color, so you can choose any other. Now this seems not good, so I am replacing this color, background color. Okay, so I am changing the color of this. So you can replace the color by using this option, and you can give effects, and you can copy these blocks and adjust. So first we can adjust this block, but this seems again very light, so I am replacing the color of this standard. It seems good. Or we can choose more color. This also not seems good. We can include border also, solid line. Now it seems okay. So as per requirement, now we will create more boxes. And one box this side. And as per requirement, we can add more boxes. Simply Control C and Control V we can use to draw these boxes. Now we can give company name. So suppose company name, you have company logo, so you can paste it here. Otherwise you can type anything else. So in insert, go to this shapes and this box, so you can type ABC. So the company name you can type, or you can paste it any logo or something else. And you can increase or decrease the size, and you can change the background color by choosing this. And now you can give name for this sheet. So this is profit sales dashboard. So we can insert again box, insert, and then go to illustration, and in illustration this option you can type here profit dashboard or sales and profit dashboard. So we are writing profit and sales dashboard. Now you can increase the size of this font. So to change the size of this heading, we will go to home option and change the site, and you can change the color or you can change the font style also. So you can change the font style. And you can choose this content and shift the content. And you can insert any symbol, just like rupee symbol you can insert. So insert option and go to icons. So this option is not available because this is offline. So you can insert any other available shapes, pictures. You can use this symbol also, S plus. This is as per choice. You can add these symbols as plus or increasing profit. We can change the symbol.